what's it called? I think I just really like ranch. But it's weird because I would have never, like, I didn't like ranch before that. Like, it wasn't like I was eating that on salads or anything like that. I literally, like, my mom is pretty picky eater. So does my little brother. And my mom has always gotten salads without dressing on it, which, again, like, I think it's all about the thing of, like, you should be able to, if you like the food, you shouldn't need sauces and stuff like that. It's like putting fucking steak sauce on a steak. You know, like, if it tastes good enough, you shouldn't need sauce. And so for salads and stuff like that, I like vegetables. I like most foods, and so, like, I'm fine with eating a salad dry without any sauce. Like, it's not like I'm fucking putting a ton of ranch on my salads. But I don't know. So I've just been really liking freaking ranch. Mayo on pizza. That's not what, it's ranch on pizza, not mayo. What? Let's get stacked. Hello, Jacob. Are you actually GC? Yeah. YT on TikTok, we're talking about, somebody asked me about ketchup on things. What do you guys think about, like, people eating, like, things with their ketchup, basically? Or, like, when people use too much sauce, and then, like, are they really eating, like, what they're eating? I would drink ranch if it wasn't so bad for you. No, real. Have you guys ever looked to see how many calories? If you like sauce on things, you probably like Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce has so many fucking calories. It's not even funny. It's like 20 calories, like, per, like, little thing of it, I think. Which is crazy, because, like, then you start thinking about the people who buy, like, the actual Chick-fil-A sauce, bottles. You know? Like, think about, you're not thinking about how much you're putting on, like, your plate, kind of, like, or you probably put, like, a sauce packet and a half, maybe? Some people probably use more than that. So then it's like, how many calories are you just getting from the sauce alone? And I feel like that's also always kept me from eating a ton of sauce, is that I'm like, okay, you're just adding calories at this point. Just enjoy the food that you're eating. I don't know. But I know that ranch has quite a bit of calories as well. I'm not, like, really concerned about it, in that sense, because it's like, you know, if I fucking like it, fuck it. It's not like, my issue is eating enough. So, like, at this point in time, it's probably better I'm getting more calories from my, like, my ranch. But, yeah. It's just all stuff I've, like, thought about. Yeah, Chick-fil-A sauce. Ketchup and tomato sauce on spaghetti. Okay, so marinara, and that's crazy. My little brother, you guys know what egg noodles are? They're like the twisty noodles. I don't even know how to describe them. They're like the twisty noodles, but they're, like, short. Those are egg noodles. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the actual name or if my family just calls them that, but that's what my family calls it. Anyways, my stepdad will sometimes make that with, like, butter on them, which is fine. My little brother eats it with ketchup on it. Ketchup. I think that shit's kind of weird. But that kind of goes along with the whole, like, instead of, what's it called? But to everybody their own, you know? I mean, like, if he likes it, he likes it. I don't think there's anything bad with it. I just think it's fucking funny. The man eat? No, for sure. Nah, I totally make sure my little brother eats. He really likes bread. He's always like really liked bread. I don't. There were when he was little. We used my dad. If you guys know what the Sara Lee like rolls are, it's like the frozen ones. And they like come in like a circle tin thing. You just heat them up in the oven. He loves those. And he's always loved those. My dad used to make them, and he would make my brother eat like the protein, like whatever meat we were eating, like with the meal. He'd have to eat all of that, like before he could get more rolls. He'd get like 2 to start with, and then after that he would have to, like then he could actually have more if he ate all of the rest of the stuff on his plate. And one time my dad and I got caught up in a conversation, and we weren't paying attention to him. He was like 3. Like, he could barely talk at this point. And me and my dad were talking. We weren't really, like, paying attention to him. He's still in, like, a freaking high chair at this point. Like, strapped in. Because he's still little. And, randomly he told my dad that, like, he was like, okay, like, I finished or whatever. And my dad was like, okay, so again, we're still not, like, fully focused on him. And, my dad, like, butters up the rolls for him, gives them to him. He's eating his rolls, and our conversation finally ends. And then my dad realizes, like, in a napkin, my little brother, like, he put all of the meat in the napkin and then, like, twisted the top of his napkin. So it's, like, in, like, a little pouch. And he didn't eat any of the meat. He just wanted more rolls. Smart man. No, he's very smart. It's just really fucking funny that at the age of 3, like, all he wanted was his rolls, bro. Little bandit. Ah, but it's Friday. Does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? Anybody doing anything fun? Okay, so was good. Me? What do you have fun planned for the weekend, Noah? I get to go to my girlfriend's house? That's a W. Does she live close, or are you, like, long distance? W. What is a tractor pull? What the fuck? What is that? I'm Southern, but like, what the flip is that? I'm ancient. What? No, no, nah, Steven, you're kidding. Nah, this song came out when like my mom was younger. What? Nah, that. Look, I'm unk status, but like, nah, that's unk status. Oh my god. Yep, that, welcome to the Young Club. Erase tractors. That is the most Midwest thing I have ever heard in my life. Let me guess, you're from like Illinois, Indiana, Missouri. It's not a Midwest. That's such a Midwest thing. Yeah. Yeah. My mom had something like that too. Yeah, Bum was saying he at one of his cousins or whatever that like is like further north in the state that he's at, but he's Midwest. But one of his cousins has a day where they literally drive tractors to school, which I'm pretty sure my mom said like there was something like that. But my mom and stepdad always like make jokes back and forth. 'Cause my stepdad's from Wisconsin, my mom's from Illinois, and so Wisconsin used to be they're no longer like the biggest like cheese producers, but they used to be. That's why the Packers are like the cheeseheads. What's it called? But it's like a joke between the two of them that like my stepdad used to ride a dairy cow to school, and like my mom rode a tractor to school because in Illinois they have a ton of farms with like crops and stuff. But not. That's crazy. That's like the most like BFE thing. Hi, fish. Oh my god, Ty, you gifted so much yesterday and you're dropping another flipping galaxy. That is actually crazy. Ty might actually just be Jeff Bezos. Ty, thank you so much for the galaxy. Can we get some W's in the chat right now? Enjoy watching it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Masters. I'm trying to master ceiling shots right now, only directional. One thing, or okay, I'll tell you like a couple tips that I've gotten from people, but one of the things was don't stop boosting. So like when somebody told me that, I at first didn't understand it, but what I really noticed was that like obviously you can like it's kind of like a normal shot, right? But you want it to roll up the wall a little bit further, and then you want to jump. But like once you jump off the wall, I think that's where they mean don't stop boosting, so you get to the ball faster. But I would say the rest of the shot is very much similar. But then jumping to the ceiling is really helpful. I think some of that's just preference with jumping to the ceiling and how you like are comfortable about it. You can make it look saucier if you want. You don't have to necessarily do that. I kind of do because I watched an SSL do it and I like the way that he did it, and I feel more comfy doing it that way now. But hitting your drift when you're on the ceiling, so that way you don't get like stuck, if that makes sense. So like if you see right here, like you kind of see how like I get stuck, like I can't really like move my car as nicely, whereas if I hit my drift there, I don't get stuck. It almost like allows me to, I don't know, but those are the two like tips that I really like I really think help me with ceiling shots. I just lose all my momentum. Yeah, I think the biggest thing with the boosting thing is like obviously you want to like go fast enough into it so it has a trail, and then when you get that touch on it, hit your brakes like you would normally do, or jump into it to like get the pop off of the wall, so it doesn't hit the ceiling. And then once you jump, keep boosting, don't stop boosting. You can just boost all the way through this. I played both, K-Ball. I played both. I like ones and twos. I like ones because it definitely gives me a lot of room to like do more mechanics. And so I have the opportunity to be more mechanical. It's better because I am a ground freestyler, so it also allows me that room to do ground mechanics, because in 2's a lot, it'll just automatically get challenged off the top of my car. And a piece of that is a skill issue. Once I get faster with some of my cuts and things like that, I think it'll be easier to do in 2's, and as I progress, it'll get easier. But I also like the team play between 2's. Of like the passing, and I would say I'm more of a playmaker. And so making it as easy as I can for my teammate to score and playing off of each other in that sense, I love that. Tips for getting out of diamond? Well, what rank are you sitting in diamond, for starters? Secondly, how good are our air dribbles? I mean, are you air dribbling like to the point it's like glue? Are we flip resetting? Because there are some diamonds who can hit pinto resets and can reset better than I can. You know, so you could be the most mechanical diamond out there for all I know, but you also could just be a game sense diamond, which is what I would have been. So there's nothing wrong with being either one of those, but very efficiently is an interesting way to put that. So I'm assuming you mean like to score. Like to be able to just put it in the net, which isn't a bad thing either, especially if you're wanting to rank up. You coached me, I'm silver 2. If you're a silver 2, you do not need coaching. I promise you that right now. You just need to play the game. That's the biggest thing for you. So you get up to plat, and even in plat, you don't really need it. I mean, you don't really need it at any rank. Obviously, it can help you progress faster. But until you get up into plat, you don't even need to think about coaching. You're still learning the basics of the game. Diamond 1 right now. It's like every now and then I'll go up and, yeah, no, that makes sense. So I'm gonna tell you, I had a really hard time in Diamond, and in, Camp 2. I am a very, like, safe player, if that makes sense. And so, what's it called? Playing, like, in a non-safe, like, match or whatever, like, playing more aggressively against ball chasers is very difficult for me, and that's really all C2 is, like, either ball chasers or people who don't, like, they're not using their brain, they're just going for it. Yo! T, thank you so much for the subby. With the flip, you didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. and so that was always a really difficult thing for me. The best tip that I got from a coach who's a pro coach, good friend of mine. He's been top 100 in ones, like top 70 in ones in the world. He's also like a pro coach, SSL in every game mode himself as well. He said, let them do their thing. They're gonna end up missing. They're not consistent, so let them do their thing and then take the ball back. So let them go for their little air dribble thing and just kind of wait it out. Just kind of let them do it. And then just take the ball back and score. And that really helped me in C2, and I would say that that would really help at Diamond as well. Of just waiting for them to make that mistake. Not like forcing it, because they're going to give it back to you. When you start to get at a higher level in SSL and that's where they're going to start, like you're going to have to force that mistake. So when I play against higher level players, I'm having to force them to make that mistake. Whereas at lower ranks, they're going to make that mistake because we're not consistent. You know, we're not as consistent as SSLs. So what are you talking about, Sam? Let's get metal. Hello. Hello, Sam Waffle. I just chow whether it's smart or not. Okay, you can't make this shit up, Sam. No, JR, I totally agree. When I had hit C1 for the second time, it was like beginning of the season, I hit C1 for the second time. I'd hit it with my teammate the season before, and then I solo queued to it at the beginning of the season, and I got C1 back. What's it called? I lost it and dropped to Diamond 1, and I was bouncing between Diamond 1 and Diamond 2 at the time. For 2 weeks, I was getting off every single day crying because I was like, nope, I'm fucking ass. I didn't deserve C1, even though obviously I had solo queued to it and I had already hit it before that. And I was like, I'm ass. And I just kept thinking, like, my friend who's been top 4 in the world was, he was like, no, you gotta focus on your own mistakes or whatever. Like, you know, it's not always your teammates. But I kept saying it was my teammates. He watched a game, and one of my games, this was like kind of his, like, he was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get you a teammate, because he kept saying it was me. He goes, no, but don't get mad, but your teammate's only driving backwards this game. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, look at his name. It literally says backwards driver, and this kid is only driving backwards the entire game. I lost my shit. I was like, you have to absolutely be fucking shitting me. In comp. Who does that in comp? I get doing that in casuals. If you want to, like, get better at driving backwards, okay. But in comp, that's actually insane. The worst part is he wasn't bad at it, but I literally, like, we lost by 1 goal, so I was able to 1v2. We lost by 1 goal, and it was because bro took the big boost. If you're driving backwards, you can't use boost. You don't need boost. So if he hadn't taken that big boost pad, I could have had a save or, like, whatever it was. And I remember it being like, bro, like, it was so winnable. Let's get, what do you mean? Welcome back. All my settings are in my Discord if you're on YT. If you're on TikTok, it's my first pin video. How many hours do you have? I checked like 4 or 5 days ago, and I had about 1.4K in game. So, and this is my first ever video game. You're not playing. Okay, guys, because Jordan, with a football and a dancing man, said I'm not playing, guys. It's not me. It's actually the orca that's sitting right next to me. My orca stuffed animal. That's who's playing, for sure. I want to see the orca. I got you. Bomb got this for me. It's so cute. Orcas are my favorite animal. So, yeah. You should play a real game with real skill. How do you think I got GC2? You do musty? Sometimes. My musties are not mustying, to be honest. Like, off of the wall and stuff like that, I really need to focus on, like, either, like, if I want to scoop it so it goes higher, or, what's it called? Like, further out and faster. If that makes sense. And I think that's based off of flip timing there. I think for the fastest ones, you want to make sure the nose of your car is, like, facing the ground as you hit your jump, or as you use your flip. And so I'm thinking the ones that I want to pop up in the air, I think I have to do it slightly behind that, like slightly right after that, if that makes sense. I use an Xbox controller. Thank you guys so much for all the subbies over on the YT. We literally just hit 13K on the YT, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. You guys have been going off the subbies, and I appreciate that so much. How do I get better at rotations? By playing the game, Sean. By playing the flipping game. One thing that Bomb told me, and this is so true, I mean, you can kind of feel it in game. You know how sometimes you, like, feel awkward? You're like, ugh, this is so awkward. Like, I feel like I'm out of place. Like, I feel like I don't feel comfy here. You're not rotating right. If you're rotating correctly, you will always feel comfortable. I don't know if it was Bomb or if it was Legacy that was saying this in Call the other day. Maybe it was Void. But somebody had said to Winter about rotations is you're gonna feel a lot more, like the game is a lot slower when you're rotating correctly. Because you're gonna feel like you have so much extra time. Because you're just in position and you're ready for it. The other thing is if you don't know where to rotate, like let's say you don't know the proper rotation, number one, watching people who are much better than you, going and watching a pro player stream, that's a great way to learn rotations. And then watching your replays back. You know, if you don't feel comfortable in a position and you feel like, okay, I keep doing this, like I'm noticing myself doing this, we're throwing away possession here, how do I keep possession, or how do I make this better? Like, where should I be, like from the other like team's perspective? Go into your replay, watch the other team, watch your teammate, and look at how they, like, where they see your car on the field. You know, can your teammates see you? Can the other team see what you're like trying to do there? If that makes sense. Another thing I feel like would be following boost pad rotations. Kind of hard to see. Let me, you can kind of see the oval there, right? Following this boost pad rotation back versus kind of going out of your way. Like, let's say we're rotating back, right? We're playing against orange. I'm on blue side. Going out of your way to grab this big boost when I'm trying to rotate back really quickly, right? Taking this path right here, like the oval rotation back instead, is going to be a lot better. Or taking this main one back here, going to be a lot better. Which should kind of help a little bit with, like, where you should be, like, within your rotation. If that makes sense. Yeah. I sub? Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you, man. Welcome in. Horrible tips? Okay. That's why SSLs and, like, I'm just giving tips that higher level players have given me. I'm sorry that you don't like them. I mean, you don't have to get better, but here we are. Octane, Finnick, or Dominus? Who uses the who uses the frickin' Dominus? Nah, Finnick's not bad. I use it when I'm like, when I feel like really awky. I'll flip to the Finnick, and then I'll play it for a game, and then I'll be like, fuck the Finnick, and then I'll go back to my Octane. I love the Octane the most. Let's get Mr. Bilski. I feel like it's been a while, Bilski. Play a game? I will. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. No, I'm saying cars and bikes. I don't know why people are mad. No, that's so real, Flurious. Bro, that is so real. That's exactly what I do. I'll, like, blame my Finnick. I'll be like, it's because I'm in the Finnick. And then I switch back, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, Octane's so much better. I'm playing so much better, and it's, like, really just because, you know, obviously you lost that MMR. So you're playing, like, a slightly, like, worse player. So you do, like, slightly better. Ah, that shit's so real. What the flip, bro? Okay, cool. Let's get Dylan. I'm scared, CJ. I'm scared. I just started, CJ, so I'll probably be here for a little while. Oh, that's so annoying. I tried to aim it, like, much further. If you, like, look to see where my car is aimed, I'm trying to aim towards the right, and I just couldn't get that angle on it. I think I was just a little too late to the ball. What? Okay. So, he's just really slow on kickoffs, but we can play against that. Also, did you guys see this, what's it called? The goal explosion? I don't know if on Bacchus I can make it black and white, but that shit's kind of fire if I could make that black and white. I kind of fuck with it, and I don't fuck with, like, a lot of goal explosions. Is it the green or purple one? I'll let him score. I'll let him score. Wait, one sec. Oh, and I tried to help him, and I couldn't. You can't make that shit up, bro. I'm so good. Alright, here, let him score. Okay. This one. That shit's P. If I can make that shit black and white. P. That is a peak goal explosion. Yeah, I am reading chat. Oh, okay. What a reset. I was actually kind of saucy with it. I've been using it. Can you make it black and white? I don't know if you're on a PC, DJ. It's not on Bacchus. What do you mean? When was the last time you checked? Didn't see. Literally just checked twice. Bro, that's so annoying. I'm still gonna check it for flags just to make sure. But no, that's so annoying because it's actually so good. Not even her gameplay. LMFAO. Guys, it's not me playing. Why are you faking your gameplay now? You can't make this shit up. You want me to hold up my controller? Or are you gonna just keep hating? Let's get AT. This isn't you playing on God? On God. What? You can't make that shit up. Oh, and I'm gonna crash out. He's actually pretty good. Yeah, it is. Colby, it is. But it's not necessary until you start to get a little bit higher up. But double flipping on kickoff is. You do need to be flipping twice. But you can't get away with, what's it called? Diagonal flipping. Bro. If I was that lucky. Early grind? Nah. This ain't that early. How's this GC? That was a casual ones match. Anyways, so am I supposed to be holding up my my controller or what? Let's get Finn. My diamond self could beat you. Okay, so your name literally has Skibbity in it. I think that says enough. Skibbity. Do you play Call? No. I'm about to hold up my controller. So give me one sec. It's fucking caught on my chair. Alright. Fake GC2? Home Dog, you were just saying that's not me playing. Is it me? Is it me yet? Just let me know when you believe me. Let me know. I like how you holding up your controller proves this is your gameplay. Okay. How much should I pay for it? So I actually got it for free since I did play the game. So there is that. You can also go watch my VODs on YT, which, you know, have me queuing to GC. So if you have any questions about that, just go ahead and watch that. I mean, it's really not that difficult. If you can't figure that out, though, then maybe you should figure that out first before hating. I love your settings. W, I'm glad you like them. Hello, dog. You beautiful, Musty? No, I can't. But Leggy can. So if you're trying to learn that and you want to learn that, and like you need somebody to coach you, Legacy does coaching for what's it called? $15 an hour. And I legitimately already sent somebody to him to learn beautiful flicks, and they got them within that training session, like with him. Again, $15. That's the lowest price you're gonna be able to get any coaching session at, and Legacy is 2.1k, 2.3k peak SSL. Pro players are about 200 MMR above that. So that's already like really fucking high up into SSL. So he's a good fucking coach. He also does comp coaching. But if you wanted to learn beautiful musties, that's who to go to. He's very fucking good. And he's chill. No, I do not, Blue. I respect myself as well as my family. Horse dash, not well, no. No. I wish I was a little bit better at it, because I have seen a lot of people doing horse dashes or like double dash. I feel like that's not what it's called. It's not chain, but like where they're able to keep the ball up for ground freestyling while also having while also like horse dashing, and I always think that shit looks good. Hey on, no, not a hey on, like a double dash. You know what it's called. I feel like that's not the name. Like that just don't sound right. But I don't know what I don't know what the name is. I can't think of it right now. BS West. No, I'm not. I'm not. Mm-mm. One sec. I'm freaking chugging my coffee right now. Somebody did ask, do you only use one air roll? I use free roll and air roll left. RL is all luck half the time at lower ranks. Yes, it is. My friend who I was talking about earlier, the pro coach, he told me that most low ranks, all those games and stuff like that, that's all going to be luck based. For the most part, whereas when you get to SSL, most of those goals are going to be like skill. You know what you're doing. You're trying to shoot that ball. And probably every 2 to 3 games, you're gonna have a goal that's luck based. But at lower ranks, yes, most of the stuff is completely what's it called? Okay, so Adam, I do have some horrible news. That is my BRB screen. It does say BRB on it, and it's because I'm chugging some coffee right now. So there is that. But let's get Isaac. What's it called? Oh my god, we're about to hit freaking 13.1K on the YT. It's not a green screen. At what time? 7:54. All right. Oh my god, this is such a banger. You're not GC? What? She has an OF dressing like that. Right. So I'm I'm, I'm wearing I'm wearing a tank top. Uh, yeah. So don't ever go to a beach. Don't ever go to a beach. Yeah, so ATK, just because you're like caveman era and can't think about anything other than like eating, sleeping, and reproducing, doesn't mean that other people haven't adapted and have more brain capacity than just that. So there is that. But here we are. I like your card, thank you. Oh, mommy, I know it's 2 a.m. Don't stress. No, literally, Jordan. Literally. He'd freaking crash out if he went to a beach. He was a her. What's my favorite car? The Octane. I missed my keys since Epic bot. Yeah. How many hours of sleep? Like 6. That's how much Elon Musk gets. That's how much Nova gets, because you gotta follow the most productive people. Has Carl come back? I haven't seen Carl in a couple days, actually. Elon makes money, though, so do I. Yep, can't make that shit up. Mother trucker, dude. I wanted to flip backwards into that. He's not scoring that. Nice. Yep. Oh my god, bro, roll that shit in. You need them more. Love you, awesome. That's flipping awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're improving. That's the best thing ever. What? Cool. Yep, I remember the last time I got that lucky. Dang, you're trash, but I'm still better than you. What do you mean? What does that make you? Controller settings. All my settings are my first spin video, and then binds. If you type in ! binds, the bot will type it back to you. Nice. Dude. Let's get Joe. You're really good for a fucking female, yeah. I'm really good for a fucking player, so there's that, but here we are. Dude. Like, why? Bruh. Nice. Can't make that shit up, bro. Can't make that shit up. I just need to play through it. I don't really want to play ones. Fucking hate ones. I haven't wanted to play ones in days. I've been playing ones for probably the past month. I'm so fucking sick of ones. And no one is ever on. Ever. Ocean's asleep. Bomb's asleep. I'd rather play threes at this point than play ones because I've played so many fucking ones, bro. Like, I've played so much ones. I'm just tired of it, bro. I'm tired of being patient, bro. I want to play with somebody. just nobody's ever on. What servers? OCE. Nope. Okay, so Perplex, I don't want to play 9 MMR, bro. I just don't. I don't have fun there. That shit's not fun for me at all whatsoever. Like, that's just not fun. They can't do anything at 9 MMR. Like, I don't have fun doing that. But she's ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just mid-game. Nice. What's up, Unova? Cool. One time I go for a fucking shot. Fun. What is your favorite fish? What? I mean... Okay. Okay, so if I'm fishing, right? If I'm fishing, flounder is actually kind of fun to catch because you never know that you've actually, like, hooked a flounder because most times they'll eat whatever bait you have. And then they're still just laying on the bottom because they're bottom feeders. And so most times if you're just dragging your bait across the bottom, they've like kind of dug themselves in the sand. So a lot of times you don't know that you've caught it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I have a fish. But ladyfish have a lot more of a like fight. So do Spanish mackerel. And so those are fun to catch. I guess I've caught a snook before and I think that was fun. And I know that watching people catch snook is very fun. They definitely put up more of a fight. Redfish and snapper, I think, are a lot harder to catch. It takes a little bit of skill. Bass are really fun to fucking hold, and I think that freshwater fishing is a lot harder than saltwater fishing. Saltwater fishing, you can catch anything. Freshwater fishing, I think, is a lot more difficult. And it's a completely different technique, and I had a lot of fun learning the technique. For fishing in freshwater, since I've always fished saltwater, like since I was little. But yeah. So it kind of depends on like what I'm trying to do. Throw the rod and pray is how I... What? Throw the rod? You're throwing the rod in the water? You're not going to catch a fish if you throw the rod. Yeah, the whole thing. So one time, we forgot that a line was in the water when I was fishing with my dad and my uncle, and it was like a brand new rod. And, we lost that rod. My dad, like, it was probably 15 foot deep water. My dad jumped in the water. He, like, was praying. He, like, hooked himself, like, with his feet, basically, like, trying to find the rod. under the water. He was just like kept going under the water and like trying to touch the bottom, praying. He found the rod. It was gone. But that's the only time we've ever like thrown a rod. These good jokes. Cool. I love when people play casuals casually. I've gotten mine stolen by... Why don't you cut your line? What? Why would you not cut the line? What? Like, what? Alright, ready? I psycho this. Okay, I lied. I'm not psychoing that shit. Okay. We attempted. You can't hit a cycle unless you attempt it, you know? I got a bad touch there. Just ignore that one. I subbed so much. I appreciate you, man. I didn't get my flip. Why would I ever get my flip, bro? Cool. Yep, can't make that shit up. Yo! Joy! Thank you so much for the flippin', the hand heart. You guys do not need to give. I also added it to, what's it called? Can I pet that dog to the corgi? Because it made more sense, because it's a corgi, you know? So, can I pet that dog? Joy, thank you so much for the flipping corgi. You do not need to give, but thank you so much. What? Oh, I'm gonna crash out, bro. Can I pet that dog? Got banned for 30 days for what? For why? Bro. Nice. I'm done. Fuck this, bro. Fuck this. I'm so... One person, bro. Please clip the last 30 seconds of what? Justified crash out? I'm peeking in twos. Absolutely peeking in twos. I'd be fucking peeking right now, but my two... I don't see why that's fucking funny. Hey, Ken. All mates for the rose. You know, and it's probably because I haven't thanked Beyonce all day. Probably why I'm losing. Your accent's perfect when you say, "Can I pet that dog?" No, real. I've been practicing that shit for so long. Hello, sheep. Oh. So that's to this stream. I just hope you guys know. So you guys know, that's two. I'm so glad that people let me know right after they do it as well. Let's giveaway. It was, I don't even know what that means, Ray. What? No, I ban people who are Q sniping me. I'm just trying to fucking vibe out, bro. I just want to vibe out. I'm so sick of fucking Q sniping, bro. I'm genuinely so sick of it. I can't escape it in ones. Comp, I can't escape it. In cash ones, I'm about to just make my name something like you can't look up, bro. I'm tired of it. I cannot play a normal game without somebody Q sniping me and then trying their ass off, bro. I don't want that. That's not what I do. That's not my thing, bro. It's never going to be my thing. I'm sorry. How am I ever going to... Yep. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Yeah, it was, dog. So might, but that's what I've been trying to do. How am I ever going to progress and get better and get to play people who are better if that's all that happens? Like that's my point, and I've been making that point for so fucking long, and that's why it's driving me insane because I can't play. I cannot play the game normally. I cannot go for my shots that I want to. I'm done with it, bro. I'm done. I don't, it's just not fun anymore. It genuinely, it gets to a point where it's not fun. I don't want to play the game anymore because it's not fun. And then people think it's, I don't know if they think it's funny, if they want to play with me, that, like, I would do more viewer game days if that's what it is. But it's not that, and I know it's not that. They just want to do that to do that. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm just sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore. Rocket League was never fun, though, real. I'm done. I'm done. Nah, you're definitely better than me. I don't know what you're on about. Keep crying to the sky. What? No, literally, bro. Literally. Like, bro, I'm not upset about losing. I will never be upset about losing as long as I'm learning from losing. And I got upset the other day and I was like, bro, like, I'm not learning. It's not clicking in my brain, and so I'm upset because I'm losing and it's not clicking. I can't figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong, and so I can't learn from that. So then that's when losing just becomes dumb because I'm not learning. But I'm upset because I can't even play the game. Like, I'm getting Q sniped so fucking often at this point that it's not even fun. Actually, I am, Blaze. So thanks. I don't, if you're trying to roast me about that, I just want you to know that I will always be higher IQ than you are. So, and that typically comes with that. So I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you about that. Like, womp womp. Nah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that about the streams not only being about like the game you guys tuning in to like watch me. I appreciate that, but I'm just, it's just, I'm so frustrated. Maybe you're just not good. Maybe you just need to get out of my stream. You're literally on an alt. Just leave me alone. It's that simple. It's not that difficult to be nice. Should I get off after losing 2 games? No, that's so real, bro. But I'm trying to like make it through like the first couple games, but it's impossible when I just hit stream sniper after stream sniper. Mason, bro, I know you think that's how it helps, or I know you think that that's how that shit works, but it doesn't. I didn't say anything about it until now. I've been streaming for an hour, and I held my tongue, and it was still happening, regardless if I said something. I know you're trying to help, but you also gotta remember. Nah, so I hit losing streaks and go feral. No, that realest thing I've read all day. Decal wheels is a custom decal I made myself, and then the wheels are Infiniums painted in black. Biscuit soup. Bomb Nikki for the alien pet. I have never seen that in my life, but thank you. I appreciate that, Kai. I appreciate that. What the fuck is that? Why is it looking at me like that, Bob? Thank you for the just a hit. Why is it looking at me like that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I do have some available if you are on PC in my server shop that do have cherry blossoms that are very similar to this one. But yeah, this one's not for sale. I've never flexed that I'm better than somebody. I'm ass at the game. I don't know what you're on about, but here we are. Hello, Cherry. And thank you so much for the second alien pet. You guys do not need a gift or do anything like that, but thank you. So, there are other cherry blossom decals, but this one is not for sale. But there are other ones for $2.99 in the server shop. Again, you do have to be on PC. And it is a custom decal. But there are other decals there, if you're interested in that. Okay, So I think you might need to get your ears checked because I did not say that. No, literally, edits, bro. I thought I was tripping, but I'm so glad that, bro needs to get his ears checked. You can't make this shit up. All right. Anyways, YT, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna hang out over on TikTok. If you guys want to head over to my TikTok, it is just Nova's Cosmo. So Nova, then an S, and then Cosmo. And we have music over there. And we're probably gonna hang out over there. So definitely just go ahead and what's it called? I do. I have done that before, but they still know how to queue me or queue snipe me, Ty. I wish there was a way around it, but and I feel like nobody else is dealing with this as much, other than like girls, because I think it has to go along with the stereotype of, oh, girls can't be good at video games, and so people want to try to like prove that, you know? And it's like, bro, I got 1.4k hours in the game. I'm GC2 and 2s. I'm pretty decent at the game, but I mean, I'm good, but I'm pretty decent at the game. So that doesn't prove anything. My ones does not, like, that's two different game modes. But what's it called? Yeah. But I think that's what it is, and I think that's why we're not seeing as many Q sniper, because like I kind of compare myself to Bomb, and Bomb does get Q sniped, but not as often. I'm getting Q sniped at least 4 or 5 times a day, in ones. So it's just not fun anymore to play ones, and I love ones. But yeah. Okay, YT, I will see you tomorrow. Eyebrow, you are on something. I did not ever say that. Edits, bro, join the Discord, and we can probably set up a time to play. The Discord is linked in the About Me. I'll also type it here, real quick for you. If you want to join, that's probably the easiest way to set up a time. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow, YT. Adios for now.